What up, traders? What up, investors? Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and thank you for joining in another fantastic video. Sitting with me, riding shotgun. Let's go down to the old chart town. I don't know where I'm going with this, but yes, we have some chest bumpers today. We have some analysts who have increased in their prediction for basically Amazon, saying they're undervalued and it could soar up to 40% higher. Again, yes, this stock, we're still talking about Amazon here. Amazon has reached astronomical prices. Basically, they're saying can go to around 4,500 a share. Again, they never give a time. Like, they never say, oh, this is going to be XYZ, it's going to happen in 2 days or whatever. Like, those fist bumpers can go on forever. They're dancing and things like that. But for me, yeah, they're raging bulls without a doubt. Like, they are going full throttle on this, and yeah, I totally agree to a certain extent. But to make these kind of bold accusations, and really with the merit of trying to pinpoint the reason why the factors seem very overlooked, and looking at the potential here. Yes, I think everyone knows that Amazon is probably going to hit $5,000. Like, but I always find it funny when they say Amazon is undervalued. But that being said, everything is somewhat in a choppy market here. So let's go ahead and do our little get jiggy with it, bear dance to the charts here, and we're going to take a looky-loo on seeing on what's going on here in the chart. So we're kind of doing things a little bit differently. I kind of show the naked chart, which is, again, there's no real Fibonacci retracements. There's no technical stuff on it. This is just a pure naked looking one-day chart of Amazon. That's ticker symbol AMZN. I think people like to look at naked things. So that being said here, at least I do. With this here, we're seeing that movement to kind of trade here. We have that 3,000 level that has kind of come into play here between 3,000 and 2,900 has been, again, just looking here on the naked chart, looks like some support there. Once we switch over to the technical side, we'll figure out on it has any merit, or what could be, if it has any strength to potentially create a stronger base there, or movement there. With that being said, this thing has been an absolutely monstrous run here, hitting that bottom around $1,600 and just ratcheting all the way up to around $3,500, and hasn't seen much of anything. You can really see here with this very tight trend line here, basically right there. And of course, once that broke, it just never really has gotten above it. With that, again, not the world's biggest fan of trend lines, but if you're looking here on straight naked charts, I'm going to say naked a lot on this particular video, you're seeing that kind of pattern really kind of come out, and really just not being able to try to get above it. That being said, we have been in a choppy market here just in a couple weeks here now. That going said, let's go ahead to the weekly side and look at this. This is I think this is the same angle they sent rocket ships into space. We should check it with SpaceX real fast, on basically just going straight up here, and carrying it all the way up since that the virus, and just really just, again, who has the largest benefit of all this stuff going lockdown is Amazon. And we've seen these runs before. Like, this is not something that's not really familiar. We've seen these large runs from basically from 2015 all the way up to the end of 18. Then we had that little Christmas Eve kind of, or that run into Christmas Eve kind of sell off, and bottomed at, I think it was Christmas Eve. Yeah, Christmas Eve, we bottomed out here, and then really kind of traded sideways and then gapped up again. That being said, what's going to happen here? So we can kind of see on that particular movement here. So we can go from this little low here. So we're going to draw a little trend, kind of see us here. So we went up in about, let's see, 1369 days. So let's just call it 1370 days. We went up nearly 600% at a 54-degree angle, and then that was that little breakout there. So we're going to do that same kind of breakout from this angle here from the bottom, and we're going to see here, it's going to be less days, but you're going to kind of see something kind of come through. We're up 117% and just under about 183 days. So that's still a substantial move here. So this is, again, that within the article, they said around 4,500. It could soar because it's undervalued for whatever reason. Of course, we know that most people probably watching have an Amazon subscription. So again, we're talking about that last previous move is 1,300 days. just to be mindful, we're watching this on a monthly chart. So this is, again, a long time this could play out. So this could be all the way up here. This is only 700 days, and it's basically up that 173%. That is, again, if it ever hits there, God only knows, the trading gods only know. And we'll see on how that plays out. Just wanted to kind of show that a little bit. Let's go ahead and jump into the charts you're probably used to, the more the technical side of things. We're seeing here with Amazon really bounce hard off that 2,900 level, kind of come back. That is basically somewhat in no man's land. We can kind of see that from these retracements here. With that being said, we did bounce off that, kind of came up to the 21 EMA, kind of trading in around that range, which is not the moving averages are very tight into little mingle dingle there, with these moving averages being so closely intertwined right now. That's just, again, that really is showing us that choppy market, but the momentum's still there, because again, we're still above the 200 EMA, which is that blue line there, that 145 as well. So we're not seeing anything drastically. So if we really wanted a really strong sell-off, that 5 and 8 would have continued basically down here in September and cut through the 144, and that could be potentially creating a much larger downturn in the market. But we haven't seen that. Right now, we're just kind of that chop market, which most folks, I think, are kind of sitting on their hands, waiting on really to see how the election turns out and how things really go from there. With this movement we're seeing here, can continue going higher. So let's go ahead to that price target where they're looking as around that 4,500. So if we just do some very basic fib work, we're going to try to see on it this as any kind of Fibonacci retracements, and it kind of does to a certain extent, and it's nothing too far outlandish. I'm not sure if it's going to be this swing or the next swing, depending on how the overall market turns out. But this swing high to this swing low, and if this merit of this low here at 29.10 can hold, this swing with the Fibonacci retracements is looking for potentially to break that 3,700 to around 4,000. But if that overall swing has the super strength of Iron Man and aka Mr. Bezos, hitting up to that 4,500 level. So that is, again, it's within the cards. But again, what we are seeing right now, we're seeing so much chop in the market. We can kind of see this slightly a little bit better here on the weekly side. Since this kind of a pandemic has gone forth, we've been kind of not seeing this overall pullback in Amazon in quite some time. As we talked about, this is again a weekly side. If we go back to the monthly chart here, we can kind of see here it's really been bouncing off. If it does pull back, it hits that 21 EMA on the monthly chart and kind of just works its way up. That being said, that chart's all the way down at 2,333. Is Amazon going to be going down there? I don't see that, but anything could happen. I have to be ready for it. So this is the level for Amazon. Really strong support. Again, this is on a monthly chart. This is going to take forever to play out. As of right now, we're really looking for that support basically around that 2,900 level to the downside, because we've seen it trade between the 5 and 8 on the monthly side here. Going to the weekly again, we're seeing it bounce off the 21. This is a good sign. Again, this is again working with the Fibonacci retracement we just talked about to potentially get us up past that $4,000 level. Again, the stock's trading at 3,100 right now, so 900 points from now. That's, I know it's substantial, but we're only talking, what is that, like 20%, 20, 15, 16, 17, 18% from where we're currently at, to break that limit. I think everyone knows, again, like we talked about, how many people have a Amazon subscription. So enough said being there. And of course, they're just really just jumping in and dominating in a lot of different spaces, and they're just constantly expanding. That being said, this is definitely gonna be an interesting one to play out. We're looking here on some options chains. Where could we see, again, I don't even think they have the 4,000 option on most of these charts here. So let's go all the way out here. So they do have some here all the way out to January 2022. So we're talking 623 days out. We have those 4,500, and there is some options activity out there, surprisingly. Those are about a 33% chance of those being in the money by the time of this expiration. So with 623 days, as of right now, the close on October 2nd, they are predicting that this option will be in the money, 33% chance there. So take that with a grain of salt. That's definitely going to be super interesting to see. I want to see if they have it even out in September of this year. Yeah, they're not going to go out that close to the game there. Yeah, not even January. This is actually, sorry, this is June. My bad. This is all the way at June, not January, of 2,500 call price there. Again, guys, thank you so very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe. If you're interested in joining the channel, we got the Patreon page, we got the Discord, we got the YouTube membership, we got fantastic stuff. I hope to see you guys out on the Sunday stock live stream on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Trading. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and buy the dip. No, I'm joking. Just joking. No. Okay. Sorry. No more jokes. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.